gentlemen, boys and girls, don't forget about the giveaway. TheDragonSpec.com. Go pick up a giveaway bundle, pair of glasses, or a shift knob, and you can win these beautiful 57 DR gram lights. Look at these gorgeous wheels, 15 by 8 plus 35 offset 4 by 100 in mag blue. Looks so good. I really want to put these on my car. If you don't want the wheels, we are giving 1,500 bucks away in cash if you choose not to take the wheels, which I kind of hope you do, because then I'll be able to put these wheels on my car, because I want these so bad. These are my dream wheels, but I'm giving them away to launch Dragon Spec. Only a couple weeks left on this giveaway till the end of May, and we're going to be doing the giveaway. Go get you a bundle now. All right, people, we got it. It's here. Amazon has delivered our fresh new air idle control valve. Back in the garage working on the Type R, and guess what? Like I showed you before, the new air idle control valve is in. We're going to pull the throttle body off real quick, throw it on, make a little adjustment on the computer, because last time we did the block off plate to see what we did. The idle couldn't do that. So this should be our saving grace. I am a huge fan of these, and if this doesn't work, I'll be super surprised. I'm pretty sure we've got this worked out and licked, unless there's some other issue I am not aware of. But we'll pull it off real quick, get this on, and we're gonna get this thing fired up and get it on the ground, and then probably take it for a drive to make sure that this thing is Gucci taters. Right, so we got the block off plate off. Someone in the comments in the last video asked, you know, if I tried to adjust the Skunk 2 throttle body. Yes, I tried everything I could to get the Skunk 2 throttle body to work properly, and it did not go well, that's for sure. All right, so we got a new gasket here. I'm gonna throw our new air idle control valve on. Now we're gonna throw a little cap on here. Now, in my experience, you don't need to run coolant through these. These should work pretty damn well. So now it's time to get it back on, turn the computer on, make sure it's activated, and get this thing fired up. We should be Gucci Tay-Tays. Throttle body is on. Air idle control valve is on. Everything looks Gucci. It's all bolted up nice and tight. Throttle cable on. So let's see what we can do. We gotta fire up the laptop. All right, we're gonna enable. I'm gonna shoot for 800 RPM. We're gonna put this thing somewhere in the middle, right about here. Now turn the key on, upload that map. Now we're gonna go check the fan protection. I don't know why the fan is constantly running. We're just gonna try to fire it up from here. All right, here we go. Out of gear. Dude, this is so much nicer. All right, we're out of gear. Oh my God, Magic Johnson. Look at that perfect idle. All right, let's try to bump it up just a little bit. I'm gonna say 900. We're going to come here, upload that. Okay, start it back up. Let her find it. Our TPS is at 0, which is good. Okay, I liked it a little bit better. That's a success right there. So let me do a little bit of calibration up here. All right, we have got this dialed in now. She Gucci taters. And she just idles perfect now. Not to mention the shifter is just perfectly working. It's I don't know what, it's gotten even easier to shift, so we're Gucci to go on that. I can't wait to pull this thing out on the road, so let's get it on the ground. Okay, so I have gone ahead and set up the intake. Obviously, it went way down here before, and I have it propped up here now. There's a reason for this. Everybody chill out. The reason why I have it like this is for two reasons. One, when it does rain in Florida, it rains terrifyingly large amounts all of a sudden. So if this car is out in the rain all of the sudden, we won't hydro lock it, okay? We won't suck up a bunch of water, which can happen down in there, because what happens is when the air intake sits in front of the tire literally throws all the water into the intake. The other thing is there's so much heat coming off of this section. However, I've actually tested the temps with my EJ1. You actually get cooler temps up here. That's why the factory air box is up here. It's not just because of space. Because as the car is rolling, there's a lot of air that comes up through here. Now that might be BS for whatever you think, but also it is not impeding anything. It's not hitting anything. It's not in the way of the shifter or anything like that. We've got the air intake temperature sensor here, so we can actually test those temps. I've just, in my experience, I don't like having it down here. It's too risky if something falls off or whatever. And you get that cool induction noise up here. Kind of like the way it looks a little bit better. Not everybody does, but we're setting this up to be a street car. We want to be able to drive this car on the roads of Miami, light to light. And we all know Miami has hella traffic, and we need to be able to just, you know, easily modulate the throttle body. And that's why we're going with the stock one, because we need to be able to drive this car nice and slow. And then when it's ready, you know, she'll go wild out. Okay, so with all that being said, I'm going to get this thing on the ground, clean everything up, and then we should be able to go for a ride. Magic. All right, so the car is now on the ground. We're gonna take it for a little spin. This will probably just be a preliminary spin, just making sure everything's okay, and go from there. Yeah, it's a little hot out. I'm in the car. All right, here we go. I'm sweating to death because it is hot. It's like in the 90s today, and we haven't figured out the air conditioning. That's later. So let's go. Let's take a ride. Okay, so I just went like 10 feet night and day. Oh my God, before this car couldn't drive. Now I can get it into gear easily, kind of move quickly. People are looking at me funny. It's not hard to shift anymore. The throttle's not going weird. Because before, like, I would just sit here and it would just be screaming at 3,500. It'd just be stuck. No traffic. No taps. No weird stuff. Before I was barking, you know. Gears every time I stopped. Oh my God, this is a pleasure to drive now. It was so horrible before. Now it's awesome. Oh my God. I know I'm just like tooting my own horn here. It's like, hey guys, I know what I'm doing. I really don't. I do, but it's just from experience of saying, you know what? I've had experience with aftermarket stuff, and you know, Honda makes really good things. Honda makes really good stuff, but I'll be honest with you, Honda makes some things that are not so great. So my theory on this is that Honda makes some really amazing stuff and some things they don't make. I think I'm gonna make a video about things of Hondas I don't like, but dude, this is already just nice to drive. Just cruising, no problems. 6th gear. Shift, no problem. I'm not ripping my arm out like I was before. And I can floor it, let go. It's not sticking. See, it's not sticking. Let the clutch out in 6th. We're coming up to a light. All right, we're gonna put it in neutral. Idling perfect. Oh, we got the green light. We're gonna put it in, you know, 3rd. Yeah, boy! I hate holding the phone while doing this. Yeah, boy! You hear that VTEC sound? It's all intake noise now. I really want to. Oh my God! I gotta like set up the camera to get like a good pull in here. But we're gonna see if you can hear the sound of the VTEC and 4th. This is sick. This is absolutely amazing. What's that VTEC, son? Oh, that is nasty. 5th gear, dude, perfect. So determination. The throttle is perfect. The shifting is perfect at this point. It may need a little bit of adjustment on the tune or VTEC raised because of the smaller throttle body. But other than that, just stumble a little bit when it hits VTEC. And I've noticed that with these Z1 motors and these intake manifolds, they kind of prefer VTEC a little higher because the smaller cam is so damn efficient. But that just, I don't know, you know, that could just be in the tune. However, other than that, other than the VTEC crossover, which is amazing, because I had to drop the subframe, it's going to need another alignment. Drive straight, it's just the steering wheel is off a little bit, and I think that's because I dropped the subframe and then had to put it back in, which was something I didn't want to do. Other than that, it is feeling amazing. So now we can kind of move on to a couple other things that, you know, the owner wants to sort of do. So now that we got the drivability stuff licked, we're going to be moving on to the AC, you know, going from there. I've got to figure out what's going on with just the climate control in general, because I think what they did, whatever, we can go into that later. But the AC compressor was just kicking on just out of nowhere for no reason, without the AC even being on. I had to disconnect that just to make sure it doesn't kick on or anything. And other than that, everything's looking good. We've got some stuff to do on the DA. We've got our new coilovers, our new suspension is in for the DA, which is right over here. Ta-da! If you can see what that is. Super excited about that, as well as the HKS exhaust we're going to be putting on, other suspension components for the DA. So the DA is going to come back to the channel for, you know, a couple more videos, and then we'll probably come back to this for sure. The Integra Type R is probably going to be around for a little bit and just figure out what the owner wants to do with it. So I'm super excited, and an amazing setup the way that it drives now. So car almost feels like a damn stock car, other than of course like the motor mounts. You know, you can't really do anything about it. They are 62As, they are the softest, which is an amazing durometer. Overall, it feels great. So